understand it, not one bit. So over the weekend, there were so many hundreds and thousands of videos being uploaded, and one in particular caught me because he was this young black guy was in Florida with his friends, and they were non-black. Police antagonized him for whatever reason. For what the clip that I seen, he was accosted, he was handcuffed, and they weren't explaining to him why too much. They were being disrespectful, and he was talking back and escalating. His feelings was hurt. He was embarrassed. And I'm gonna say this as a mother with four children, 3 black kings, and 1 queen, right? This cop tried to restrain him, and then he slammed him down while he was handcuffed on this cement center block, right? And I seen the anguish in this little boy's eyes. Now, I'm not going to profess that I know if this little boy has mom and dad at home or not. I seen my children. I was a single mom, right? I seen each of my sons in his face. And he looked at him because he kept pleading like, bro, I was waiting on my ride. Why are you doing this to me? Bro, and it reminded me of the 2 Atlanta kids who got accosted the other night. And they just in disbelief that they going so hard. So this young guy who was very thin in stature, he could be taken down by, not taken down, not disrespectfully, but he was small. He wasn't a threat. And he kept saying, why are you doing this? My ride is right there. All his friends were non-black again. Early during the day, there was no curfew imposed at this time. And when they kept slamming him, a female cop came and said, just be calm. I know. I understand. I know it doesn't seem fair. We're just going to run your name, though. And he was like, bro, you don't understand. You just saying that. You don't empathize with me. You're saying was nice right now. Because if you did, you would tell your cop friend. You would have some type of authority as a partnership to do what's right. But she never could assert herself because of retribution probably on her end that we don't even know the half of. But we kind of can speculate what these partners go through at these precincts, right? If you try to go against the grain of the code. So the cop got in his face again and slammed him down, and I seen a hurt. Because what I seen was somebody, yet again, who neglected to take time with our young black brothers and sisters, but especially the males. These young black men who were out here, young black men as teenagers with single parents, not because that's your fault, but the fault is of the generations that don't sit them down kindly in a nice gesture and talk to them. I don't care if you try one time. Get your tail out there and keep trying to talk to them. I don't care. That's not good enough, because when a white man puts his hands on them, not only is he suffering in his heart and his spirit, and his soul is crushed, because now the only attention he's getting is bad attention because he wasn't worthy to get the father's attention that he deserved. So now these black fathers who's choosing to walk out of their young men, out of their sons' lives, is allowing somebody else that's not of his culture, not of his race, to put his hands on them. So now y'all wondering why y'all have a gang of children and teenagers and young adults who's pissed off. Some of you mothers that's absent from the home when they were growing up, and now they encounter these people and they have an inability to resolve conflict rationally. And even when they try, this person of power is looking at them like, you ain't come from nothing but you ain't come from nothing but the ghetto, the trenches of the projects. You probably came from a single family home. I'm gonna do you a favor and I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna do you a favor and put my hands on you because your father and your mother wasn't around. They probably was on drugs. See, they stereotype and assume that that's your life. And as parents or non-parents, as friends or non-friends, as neighbors, we supposed to pull each other up before these kids have to encounter that, and then they're just sitting there thinking that they're disposable. As I looked in his eyes, I felt the look of anguish and despair. Like, the only time I get attention is when you trying to knock my head off, or you trying to situate and oppress me and pin me down. Instead of talking to me man to man, no matter what the color, the creed, or the race, you can't talk to me. I'm not acting barbaric. I'm already handcuffed, and you can't talk to me. I'm not worth you talking to and having a conversation with. I'm unworthy of that. Even people, I got 2 dogs. I even talk to my dogs all day. I know how to resolve conflict in animals. Why is it that we want to project the image that a set of people is so unruly, and we lack so much compassion for them, for us, that we just jump all those stages and go straight to the extreme? Now, mind you, again, it was about 3-4 police officers, but 2 was interacting with him. And this man wanted to get his rocks off. He stood there, and that boy started talking trash. I'm not going to negate that. He started talking trash once that man sat him down real hard on that center block. They ended up taking him in for resisting arrest. No, for threatening an officer verbally. His friends snapped. They recorded. Police officers went to the car his friends was in that was picking him up. He said, "Give me your license." The friend said, "F you, I ain't giving you ish. You ain't getting nothing of mine. Get the F out of here." Got in the car and drove off. Told his boy, I'm following the cruiser down there.
Fuck you, pussy. You just said F you.
What? So this guy walked down in front of some stores and got accosted. You were asked to give your license so they can run your stuff because you videoed the whole joint, right? And you was allowed to tell them that and drive off? And they ain't bust your tires, bust your windows, cut your seatbelt and drag you out on your back? Now you got this young black man, young adult, 22 maybe, who's sitting there watching his own homeboys be able to give them the bird, call them out their whole name and their mama name, and drive off, and never gave their license, never ran their tag, didn't run them down, nothing. He was getting arrested for assaulting a cop or verbally, whatever he did. I don't even know, resisting arrest or something, resisting some type of threat that wasn't a threat because he was in cuffs. I forget what it was. It don't even make no sense. All that to say, I'm disgusted. I'm just giving scenarios, picking and plucking what I've seen and what we've all seen, and it's just, I don't know. All I do know is don't let the blackout out-black you. Get your tail down to the polls and register. Save dollars, but I want to see the same amount of dollars in people going to the polls. So if you saving 1,000, rally 1,000 people up to get to the polls. Do that. You saving, if you're not going to spend that 20 on that takeout or that 50 or 50, 75 on takeout, get 75 people to go to the polls. Supplement something. If you're going to stop this, do this. If you're going to do this, withdraw from that. You have to stretch that muscle of tenacity. You have to stretch that muscle of purpose. You have to stretch that muscle of strategic planning and exercising your rights properly. Educating yourselves properly. Getting a coalition of people that is ready to rally and really go and do movement and change. And they can't get voted in if we don't vote them in. Don't you understand that? And they will get voted in if we don't vote. Voila, that's it. That's all I was getting to. All right, y'all. I don't do all this. I get frustrated. But stuff be pissing me off just like it piss y'all off. And I just want us to get it as a body. But I believe our generations to come will get it. They will suffer a lot less, hopefully and prayerfully, than we had to suffer, endure, and see. That our ancestors had to suffer, endure, and see. It is a cleansing. It is a washing. It is an uprising. And in all of that, we need to grasp what's free to us, our resources, utilize our education, utilize our partnerships, utilize our connections and networks so that we can be unmovable and unshakable. All right? Until next time, it's Ava Cherie. God's love to you. God's peace to you.